Come here a second. Come here. Here. Going live. We're first day of YouTube banning the kids stuff. So I'm gonna move this a little bit. Looks like I'm down a little bit. Where's the cat tail? There's a cat tail right there. Hey, good morning. Welcome to 5am Mester Scrum. I'm Greg Mester, Agile coach and Scrum Master, and here we talk about Agile and Scrum in a tactical and practical way, and apply it to ways of you getting your work done quicker, faster, better. And I check my microphone there, and so you can get home with your family or friends to get more work done, to stay ahead of the competition, and to move with what's going on in the world. And at the same time, maybe have some fun and hopefully make it less stressful. As you can see, I got our friendly, there's a cat right there hanging out in the show in the foreground. And yesterday, like I said, was a big change in YouTube, and they just dropped it. I mean, you want to talk about change. And they put the whole, you have to declare now in every video you make, whether or not it's kid related and all those kind of details. It's amazing what happens when you get a massive lawsuit, have to pay a lot of bucks. It's like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Corporate world comes in. Some things I like about it, some things I don't. It's kind of interesting how they set it up. We'll see how it goes and see if it does. But sometimes when government comes in, you get changes that you didn't want because you didn't police the way in a good way, in a sensible way, not in the police in a very dictatorial kind of way, high bubbles. And we'll go from there. So 2 things I want to talk about today. Some coaching opportunities that I want to offer out to everybody out there, and then talk a little bit about transformation. A little bit of what I'm going through right now with one case that I want to talk about, because not every day transformation is easy. We talk about this every day. So I just wanted to share with you all one of the things I have, and maybe you can give me some feedback on what you think I should do. So it might be a very interesting topic. First off, so I have engaged in another, signed up for a 6-month coaching engagement and training exercise for me through IC Agile. So it'll be very intensive over the next 6 months, enhance my skills as a coach. So even as a coach, you're always looking to grow. And I always try to work with different people and get different coaching perspectives and through my career. Took a while to figure out I really wanted to do this. But anyway, I did sign up for it. With that, and I was thinking about from the international thing I just did the other day, what I'd like to open up for people, and I'll send some messages in LinkedIn to my connections directly. But I'm looking if see if anybody's interested, like 5 people, scrum masters, coaches, project managers, BAs, whatever you, developers, whatever, to offer coaching for free. I don't know how often we do it. And like if you're in India, I'm kind of thinking about India. We can do the coachings before 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. So it would be early enough in the morning that you're at your lunchtime. So I'm really thinking about that. So probably be around 4 o'clock a.m. or 4:30 a.m. my time, once a week, something to think about. And then we can talk, and I can go through, we can go through the coaching exercise. Hey, you get a free coach for 6 months. It's up to you. Something to think about. And if you think you want to explore that, and where if you're a Scrum Master, BA, developer, anybody in general that would like some coaching, send me a message. You can get me on LinkedIn. If you watch this on LinkedIn, send me a direct message. Send me a message on YouTube or something like that, or whatever media you see this message on. So like 5 people, just overseas, thinking more India, that we could do some coaching opportunities with and see what we could do. And the other one is like 5 here in Philadelphia. So I'm in Philadelphia, and I'm going to share that with people I have connections with here in Philadelphia, if they'd like to do some coaching opportunities for the next 6 months or so. It's half hour a week maybe, and just go through that process and learn and grow, and treat it just like like I was coaching all my other teams. And then maybe 1 or 2 west of Philadelphia. So not in Philadelphia, but maybe 1 or 2 remote, whether it be in the West Coast, It's always good because I'll learn stuff. And then part of this is also me learning about issues that are going on in those areas. So it'll be West Coast, California, Washington, Midwest, other cities, kind of things that are going on. So I'm going to learn and benefit just as much as my learning and knowledge and sharing and having open ears, being open to you all. And maybe we'll, oh yeah, there's one other thing. I would like to record it. Don't have to necessarily do Zoom or video recording, but I would like to record it and maybe share with the audience here at 5am Mester Scrum. And we could do it with just voice, so no video if you want on certain things. And again, just like my coaching agreement, I will ask you permission whether or not I can share stuff before I share it. So this is where you see my coaching agreement episode coming in. So we'll share the agreement. We'll go through the agreement and what the coaching, and we'll do my whole coaching process, share that with you and go through those steps. So you'll learn from me by doing and watching, and we'll both work together on that. So men, women, um, any group, anything. So there's no, hey, I only want to do these, anything like that, or that group or that group. So I'm opening up to everybody. So again, I'm going to open up like 5 people, maybe in India. One thing, you got to speak English, right? Or so if it's maybe Europe or something. Definitely have to be able to speak English because my other languages are terrible. I can speak some Spanish, but very little. And you tell the Basque people in Spain, yeah, your Spanish is terrible. Anyway, so that's something to offer. Think about it. If you're interested, let me know. Send me a message on LinkedIn. Send me a message in Google or whatever media that social media that you see me in. Looking for 5. Talk about it. We'll chat. We'll see if it works, if it makes sense over the next 6 months, and try it out. And again, we'll capture some of the video to share with the audience here as another add-on, but it won't be at the 5am. However, it will be maybe a clip or something's a session, and I always ask permission. So I want to throw that out there on this Thursday, episode 115 here on 5am Mester Scrum. Might be interesting. Something to experiment with, right? Yesterday, watching the YouTube thing made me think of different things out of the box. It triggered some thoughts in my head on that. Now, so I get that out there. So you got an opportunity to share and grow, and we can grow together, right? The one thing I want to talk about is agile transformation is not always the easiest, most fun thing on the planet, right? I had a person come up to me the other day, and it was great that he actually had the thoughts to ask me my opinion. I'm like, awesome, right? As a coach, someone to come work with you and ask you what's your thoughts on how to do something and what your thoughts are. However, the offer he gave me was so waterfall that it was really like, back in my head, I'm like, oh my, he wants to build a waterfall thing in Jira, right? And I'm like, okay. Yeah, he says things and he does things, and now it's like playing him the game. So now if we do the coaching stance, right? So I got the coach stance out, right? Technically, I can do this in Jira. I've done it before, and I'm going to show you in this episode how to do what I'm about to say, which is is not a bad thing because I use it for good, but now that same technique can be used for bad, right? I should have a little angel and a little devil on both sides. Good, bad. Which way do I want to go? So technically, I can make what he wants happen without changing the system and without really doing a lot of change. But it's also gaming the system where he has a couple people that work part-time on their effort. And just like in waterfall, I mean, they have analysis, they do some front-end work, and then they do back-end work, and then they test. Ooh, waterfall. Ooh. You see that coming, right? And this is why I brought this up. The balance, right? The little bubble. Where's the bubble? Can I bubble on my face? Where the little bubble goes in the right here in the level. You can see you go one way, the bubble goes the other way, go the other way. And the hard part as an agile coach is to get the bubble right between the 2 center lines and try to walk that world. And as a consultant, You walk that world a lot. Some people will go, whatever you want, customer, this is what I'll do. And some people are like, you can't do this, and I don't want to work with you because life is that's not what we're supposed to do, and that's not agile. And then, but there's people like me who like to try to make a good balance. Now, some people, I will say, it's going to be, I'd rather be more on the agile side than on the total I'll do whatever you say side, because I want you to get better, because they don't understand that going agile, how that helps them understand how to build a better product. And part of the transformation, I got to get them to see that, and it's very hard. So it's very difficult. So here's what the technical thing is. So I showed the technical stance. So a lot of times when I have teams, and a lot of teams are growing, right? They start out, they need to get some more work. So the classic answer is to hire some more people. So let's say you have a 10-person team, or 8-person. Let's 10-person. Let's say it's like 8, 4 developers, 4 testers, right? We got 4 and 4, and they hire another 4 people, right? So now they're like at 12. And if we do the dynamics, and I showed you that one chart of how many, if you have 4 people, I'll just draw my little circle on here. If you have a circle and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the number of connections you have, and there's that math problem that that's already connected. But if I did 4 more, now it's like everywhere, right? It's like it gets clogged up, very cluttery, and I haven't even started, so it just starts filling up with communications, right? So if you have the team gets bigger. So in Jira, one of the nice things about Jira and some other things, what I do is I split the board. And when I say that, you have a team and a project in Jira, and you have your team members part of that project. When the team gets bigger, and maybe I still want to use one Scrum Master and one product owner, because the product is the same. It's just two different. It's just the number of people talking is too much. So, and rather than having hire another product owner, hire another Scrum Master, what I do in their same project in Jira is I split the team. I basically make a filter that puts some people in one team and the other half in another team. So before, when we had 8 people on the team, 4 and 4. Ideally, you would have that balance, right? Or you look at your Kanban flow and see what you really need to get the job done. So you have 4 and 4, and then what I do is I say, okay, I got another. So now I have instead of having a big 8-person team or a big 12-person team, because now it's getting bigger. In this system, I virtually split it into 6 and 6. Now my communication channels are less people. And like I said, the way you do it in Jira is you build filters, and then you build your board based on the 6 people on each team. So now in your Jira activity, it's basically a split. You will have, I wish I had my napkin. I think Eddie took it. So you have your base project. You'll have a base board that covers your entire backlog. Okay, and this is where the PO works a lot. All right. Then what you do is you do a team A and a team B board. Team B. And those people go to their board every day and work from their board, so they know what they do. What's nice about this, in a real agile sense, it allows those people to know each other really well, right? If you're a tester and you find a bug and you're on a 6-person team versus a 3-person team, there's only 3 choices who can work the bug for you. It's one of those people in the team. Now, if someone's really overwhelmed, there's no reason why these teams, because they're working the same code base, they kind of know what's going on, they can't jump and help each other out if they really need to. But from a day-to-day, not an exceptional swarm issue, that these little smaller teams can work together and work. So now, without changing the project structure, I just build little teams based on the the grouping and make that part of, or based on the filter, right? So I build teams with filters with the people that are on that team and have it in there so they can roll up. So there'll be like 3. So if they were to see on Jira, let's go like this. So in Jira, when it has the project name up top on the on the left hand side, you're going to see a choice for like main board. So that'll be your main burn down charts, your main set. And then there'll be a team A and a team B. And it's real easy to jump from both. What's nice about this, now you get burn down charts for this group. You'll get a burn down chart for this group. You get a burn down chart for the overall. So you as a Scrum Master, you can jump around, see how everything. You can build the same dashboard for any one of these groups because you already built the filters, right? So it's just real easy. So technically, on that side, I can do that, right? The bad part is I can do that also with waterfall and have the same team. Now I would split, the 3 teams would be based on functionality and not necessarily work. So right now I'm going through a little, should I do it, right? And part of me is yes, but then by doing this for them, does it give me an opportunity to later on help mature that team, helping him? But he's playing a game, right? He's playing the number game because he wants to get he has some people that comes on every once in a while. He doesn't want to include them in the velocity of the whole team, but he wants to put them in like a little separate little team so he can measure that, so he can keep the velocity of his team over here constant, because these guys come in every once in a while and do some things. By definition, it's not our Agile and Scrum where you have a finished project, because he has different people doing different things in different sprints, right? So, hey, that's the transformation game, right? Do you do it? Do you not do it? Do you help them? Do you not help them? Technically, from a technical coaching perspective, easy peasy. I can get it. Doesn't change anything. The whole organization's the roll up, still the roll up, because as you roll up time. So technically I do it, but is it the right move? I don't know. You guys let me know. Give me some feedback. At that, we're way over top. 17 minutes into the show. Hey, please like and subscribe. Ring the little bell on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up wherever you see us in social media. Right there, thumbs up. And let us know what you think. Give us some feedback. And you all have an awesome day. Happy scrumming, and take care today. And it's Thursday. Week's almost over. Tomorrow I get to do some class ACC training, so it'll be fun. Take care. Enjoy. It's almost over.